Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have with us Ivan Mana. He's a digital marketer, YouTuber, course creator, and affiliate, and he helps business owners grow online with step-by-step actionable marketing tutorials. Welcome to the show, Ivan.
Hello, AJ. Thank you. Happy to be here.
You're welcome. Welcome to the show, Ivan. Welcome to India in this online form. And I'm sure not just in India, but a lot of people across the globe will benefit from what we are going to talk right now. We'll be talking about how one can, how especially beginners can make mistakes. They can avoid those mistakes through your experience, through your advice, and make profit online. We'll learn about all that. But before that, let's hear a bit about your journey, your background, your story, so that people know who they are listening to.
Absolutely. So I started affiliate and online marketing 8 years ago. So that's what I've been doing for the past 8 years, focused on building my own brand, ivanmana.com, where I cover everything, the A to Z of marketing online. So building websites, setting up tracking, conversion rate optimization, paid ads, all that. So I started, 8 years ago. And then a month after, I started my YouTube channel, where I just thought, let me share everything that I learn as I learn it. So that's what I've been doing for the past 8 years. I've just been expanding and growing and doing as much as I could in the field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A very successful YouTuber you are indeed. And I'm sure a lot of people must be learning from there. But on this episode, let's see if people can learn as much as you know. But some parts we'll certainly want to know. Especially, first thing is about, especially about affiliate marketing. You started with affiliate marketing, made a huge success of it. How should we look at affiliate marketing in today's time? Is it dying? Is it going out? Or is there a new way to do affiliate, making profit out of becoming an affiliate marketer?
Excellent questions. Excellent questions. Because the way affiliate marketing is taught right now by some people isn't correct, I would say. So how you should approach affiliate marketing is not as a standalone business model, but as a tool, as an addition to your existing business. So find something you're passionate about, find something you love, and put your focus into that. And then use affiliate marketing to supplement that. So what I used to do before is I used to focus on affiliate marketing as the main business model. I used to call myself an affiliate marketer. I'm an affiliate marketer. I'm here promoting other people's products for commissions. And what I realized after 8 years of doing this is that this is not a sustainable business model. It's not as passive income of an approach as people say affiliate marketing is in this way. So the way you should approach it is focus on building a brand. Find something you love. Find something you're good at. Find something that you can help millions of people with. Focus on that and then use affiliate marketing to supplement whatever it is you have going on in your business.
Absolutely. So going on in your business, what does it mean by that? Because a lot of people, and when you talk of YouTube, the first thing, even without one single follower, you can do is to become an affiliate marketer. Have use some links there, and you can possibly think of making some. So a lot of people think affiliate marketing from that point of view, become an affiliate marketer, that use some links. And, companies are also okay with that. Use it, bring them that sale, and you will get something out of it. Is it a waste of time in today's time? Or is it something that people can still use, but they have to do it very smartly? For me, I don't understand it, even in that manner.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You have to do it smartly. And the way you do it smartly is by focusing on what you like, having a business, and then adding links. So you can still add the links to relevant topics to whatever it is you're doing. So for example, YouTube is one of my biggest traffic sources for me. That's one of the networks with which people find out about me for the very first time. YouTube, right? That's the first point. That's the first touch point which people learn about me. So how it applies to my business, back to your first question, is that before, what I used to do is I used to, for example, find random products, because I'm doing online marketing. So random products for me would be something like Bitcoin, something like health products, something not related to online marketing. And then what I would do is run paid ads to those offers. And so the problem is that I'm working for somebody else. Basically, I'm sending them traffic just to get a little piece of the pie, a little piece of the commissions. So the way you should approach it, the way I approach it in my business, is now I just focus on doing what I like to do, doing what I do, affiliate online marketing, helping small businesses succeed online. And then I promote relevant tools. So in a video, for example, let's say how to build a website. If I have a video, I do have some videos on that on YouTube. I'm going to add links that are relevant in your process of building a website. So hosting provider, domain provider, maybe email marketing software as an addition. You don't need to only promote whatever exactly it is you're doing. You can also promote supplemental products. Like if you have a website, it would help you if you also do email marketing. So you could do that. You can promote a good email marketing tool. So that's how I've been doing it. That's how I'm doing it now. That's how I'm focused on doing it now. And over my past 8 years of my experience, the income that I still gain today after 8 years of doing this is from those companies that pay me, that have something to do with my business, not those random products that I selected that I was sending traffic to.
Absolutely. So it has to be, meaningful in the sense that it has to connect with the type of content that you are creating, and that is where people who are actually coming for that sort of a content would want to look at those links, affiliate links, because they are connected and they may want to understand those better. And you never know, they may even buy it. That brings you affiliate commission.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Now let's look at businesses, online business that you talk about, even for beginners, as well as there are even creators are businesses. So they also look at the online space for their growth, as well as they also need those funnels. Even small businesses, small stores and all, how do you advise them to, especially somebody who is just starting afresh, somebody who is very new, a new creator? Monetization is a big challenge for them, and the same is for a new person starting an online business, because they have to deal with so many things. They are on several platforms. Their website is very new. Hardly any traffic is coming, and they are all trying to make some. What's the best way of looking at creating income for themselves online, especially when you talk of creating that killer funnel for them?
Yeah. Funny you asked that, because precisely to tackle this question, I created a 7-day online marketing starter plan. I have a free online marketing starter plan on my site specifically for this reason, because I know that businesses feel overwhelmed when they're starting out. I did. There's so many things you have to do. So what I would suggest for small businesses when they're just starting out, first of all, don't be overwhelmed. Take it slow, take a deep breath. You don't need to do everything all in one day. You don't need to do everything all in 1 year. It's a constant process. I've been doing this for 8 years, and I'm still learning of new ways and still finding new ways to expand and grow my business. So don't feel committed and try not to feel overwhelmed. You have time, so take your time. So that's the first thing I'd say. Relax, take a breather. After that, I'd say, so build a website if you don't have one. Create social media accounts everywhere. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you can, if it's relevant to your business. So that would be the first step after the pre-step, is to have a base for your company, for your business, whether it's a website or social media channels or all of the above. For me, my first base before I even had a website was my YouTube channel. That's where I posted all the content I had. And then I created a website, which became my main base. And then the YouTube channel was just the way to get traffic. So I would say do that. So that's step 2. Step 3, start posting, start putting out content. Ideally, something fresh, something people haven't heard about before. Don't just take some articles that already exist and just copy paste them. Come up, ideally, you would know your audience. Ideally, if you're a small business owner, you understand your customers' needs. If you don't, then go back and do that first. Understand your audience, understand your ideal customer. What problems are they facing? Because this is how you help the most people today. And this is how you make the most money. There's a direct correlation between how many people and how much you help people and how much money you make. So figure that out about your target audience and try to, make a solution that solves that problem. So if it's writing a blog post, adding some videos that answers the questions they have, so be it. Do that. So that's, I would say, step 3. And then just keep doing that. Just keep doing that over and over. There are some technical steps involved as well, like setting up Google Analytics tracking, which can be quite technical, but I think it's very beneficial because Google Analytics and tools like that allow you to keep an eye on your traffic, where it's coming from, what traffic converts, what traffic doesn't convert, things like that. And then also, so step 4, if you can, create a freebie, create some sort of lead magnet to give people away for free, if you can, whether it's a free sample of your service or a free guide. Like I said, I had a free 7-day starter marketing starter plan. Before that, I had a free affiliate marketing guide. So I always try to give away something for free for many reasons. One is because people like free, so they're gonna be attracted to you a little more. If you give away something, they'll be interested in what you have to offer. The other thing is reciprocity, right? If you give people something away for free, they are more likely to like you because they feel indebted, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. They say, this guy gave me something for free, or this girl, so I have to do something nice for them too. And thirdly, it shows people how much value you can offer for free. So then they think, if this person can offer me this much value for free, how much value can they offer me if I actually pay? Wow. Right? So that's, I think, the general plan. Aside from that, just rinse and repeat. So keep posting new articles, keep posting new videos. Later on, expand into paid ads. Pay for some Google ads, pay for Facebook ads, maybe native ads. And then just slowly expand from there. Get on blog posts, guest blog posting. So contact website owners and ask them, say, hey, here's an article that I think you could really benefit from. Let me write it for you. And in exchange, you refer my website. You could do that with YouTube creators, anything, right? So that's the initial kind of plan.
Absolutely, Ivan. But how do I get the money part? That's where the funnel. And there are so many tools, so many places we talk about, and different people talk about different things that one can use. What would you suggest, as a newcomer, beginner, somebody should look at? Because that is where the trick is, that you need to bring them to buy something from you. You can't just be creating posts or videos or anything and make nothing out of them.
Yeah, I think going way back, this stems all the way to the very beginning, to realizing if your customers have a problem in the first place. So if we talk about that, if we talk about not even actions, just thinking, I'd say step 1 before anything else that I've even mentioned is to understand your audience and understand if it's something they are willing to pay. For example, right now I'm working on creating a new app, and I have no idea if people are going to buy this app. I don't know if I'm going to make money. So I end up asking. I ran some paid ads to ask people, would you use this app? Would you pay for this app? I asked my friends. I asked all my family members. So the point is, you have to understand, is it a problem? Is this something people would actually pay for? So that's step 1. If you'll know right away. If it's not a problem that people have, if it's not something that people are going to pay for, then that's probably, maybe change your offer if you can. Right? Or add something. If you already have an existing business where you offer a service or product, see if you can change it in a way that appeals to people. So that's that. The other thing is, let's suppose you do find an offer that works. It's really good. You've asked around, you've ran paid ads. I'd say don't be focused immediately so much on making money right away. So if you know that your offer is going to do well, play the long game. I think Russell Brunson or someone, some of the top online marketers in the world, they said, the one who's willing to pay the most for a click wins. And this talks about the concept of long term. Don't just think of, hey, I'm going to pay $5 for a click, let's say on Google Ads, to attract this customer, and he's going to get me $10 of revenue. That's it. 10 minus 5, good. I'm profitable. No, that's not at all how you should look at it, because the idea, the concept of a good successful funnel is for you to not just have this one product, but to also have upsells and downsells, and to give a good enough service that people come back later on and refer their friends. So don't look at it as the short term. So how that translates for you as the viewers, as business owners, is focus on collecting leads, focus on building an email base, give out something for free, and try to get people, right? Selling will come naturally. If the product is good, if you know people need it and they know you exist, the selling will come naturally. You don't need to work really hard to do it. So, yeah, does that answer the question?
Of course, Ivan. And what about people who have products, not a service? Especially, somebody starting out, they have product, they are trying to attract people. What's the best way to attract people to their products, not a service here?
Yeah, I'd say the concept is really similar, whether it's a product or service. So you would still have a website, you would still have social media profiles, you would still keep adding content, keep making videos, repurposing those videos into shorts for TikTok, for Snapchat, for YouTube Shorts. The concept, I'd say, is still the same. Yeah, and then you could run paid ads as well. So paid ads is definitely something that is one of the focuses of my channel, primarily Google Ads. So that's something that you can use to push a little bit and get a little bit more traffic for whatever product or service you are offering.
Absolutely. What's the use of AI here? Should one use too much of AI, because then the content is going to suffer in that way? How do you look at use of AI, especially for, getting clients for yourself online?
Yeah, I think also great question. I'm using AI a lot nowadays for everything. I've even for the prototype of my new app that I'm developing, I used Cursor AI to create the whole front end. So I just used AI to create the whole front facing part of my application, which is insane. The thing with AI is, in terms of my marketing, you definitely need to give it a lot of guidance. So as of right now, AI isn't developed enough yet to be able to really perfectly do anything really at this point. And for your viewers, for yourself, you know this yourself probably, if you type something into ChatGPT or whatever AI tool you're using, it sometimes doesn't give you the right answer necessarily. And so you have to give it some guidance and say, no, make it more in a tone that's more, I don't know, happy, or more sad, or more humble. This is what I say often, actually, for my YouTube descriptions and titles, or for some ads, for some customers, for some campaigns that I'm running. I say at the very start, our customer does this. Our customer sells TVs. Please write 10 headline ideas that we can use. And then ChatGPT will give you some ideas, and then you look at it and say, this is too cheesy. Please write something a little more humble, a little more real, nothing so salesy, because it just looks bad now. So you definitely have to give it some direction. I think it's a huge help, absolutely massive help. I don't know how I would be doing a lot of the stuff right now without AI. It's such a time saver. I have a friend also who he does coding and programming, and he was hired to do a security analysis for one of his customers. And he said that with AI, he was able to finish the work 75% faster. So he was hired to do it for 14 days, and he did it in like 4 days because of AI. So yes, absolutely. It's an amazing tool. You should absolutely use it, but you should have a basic understanding of whatever it is you do to be able to guide it. That is absolutely essential.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of you talked about initially about not being overwhelmed by, being a newcomer and having to see so many things. In terms of, challenges or expectations, what expectations, realistic expectations should they have, can have, should not have? And also, what sort of challenges should a new person who is starting with either as a creator or a small business should be ready for on especially in selling or marketing online?
Yeah, I think the same exact thing that anybody can expect from living their life. Lots and lots of failure. Be brave. So the biggest takeaway, the biggest tip I can give anybody starting affiliate and online marketing or anything in their life is to be brave and not be afraid to fail. So in terms of expectations, when I first started, I actually didn't have any expectations. I made my first sale after about 4 months. And then I started making enough money to be able to just quit my job and focus on online marketing full time after about a year. But the way I approached it is I had zero expectations and I said, I'm going to keep working 12 to 14 hours every single day, weekends included, until I make money. That's what I said to myself. And I did. But I had zero expectations. And part of the reason for that is it really depends on so many factors. It might not be politically correct to say, but it depends on your intelligence. Some people are more intelligent than others, and it might take longer for those that aren't as intelligent. Your hard work, your persistence, your perseverance, your ability to put in the work. So a lot of people, they like to watch videos and tutorials just to feel good, to feel that they're improving, but they don't take action. And I have some of those people in my mind that I'm thinking of who they just constantly try to learn, constantly learning. And they've been learning for the past 10, 20 years. The same thing. It's like, you already know enough information. Just take freaking action. Stop keeping on learning. You know enough. Take action. So that's another factor is, are you afraid to take action? Somebody that just isn't afraid to fail, isn't afraid to ask, isn't afraid to do, will succeed infinitely faster than somebody who's just afraid to do anything and just keeps watching videos forever to feel good about themselves. Right?
Absolutely. Ivan. One last question is, how do you look into the future and plan accordingly? Either again as a creator, as a small business, online, because online every day the number of businesses, everyone is increasing, and sometimes you can get overwhelmed by that, especially if there are no sales for a few days or even a month. How do you plan as a creator for the future with so much of new technologies coming in, and sometimes it can be daunting for an individual? What are the new things that you are planning so that viewers can also understand and maybe engage with you according to that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a matter of, like, you can't predict, right? You can't say next year they're going to have this, so I'm going to prepare for it now. You don't know, things can come up. So it's more about looking at the trends of whatever niche you're in and adapting to the trends. So, for example, in online marketing, the recent trend has been AI. In terms of Google and native ad platforms and Microsoft and Facebook ads have been much more reliant on AI, on their matching mechanisms and artificial intelligence to do better matching for the audience, for example. So in Google ads, let's say, if we go back 5 years ago, or let's say Facebook ads, if we go back 5 years ago, it's a better example. If you created a campaign in Facebook ads, you had to be very specific with the exact interest groups you want to target. You had to say, I want to target this group, this group, this group, and this group. And if you don't, Facebook wouldn't have had such a good idea of who to show your ads to. Now, the trend is AI is taking over. So you don't need to go into as much detail and say, okay, I need to focus on this audience list, this interest group, this interest. It's not a bad practice with Facebook ads now. If you create a campaign and you leave your targeting as broad, granted, you still enter some important criteria like age or country, you can still do that. But the specific interest groups, you leave that up to Facebook. You let Facebook decide. And it's funny because I was just recently actually going through some of my older videos and some of the recent videos. And it's just funny how this changed over the past few years. How before I would say you need to focus on putting these exact interest groups and being specific and telling them what to do. Now they're more in control. These platforms are more in control. So how do you account for that? What do you do with that knowledge? Well, you adapt and you try to do the best you can in other ways. Not so much now focusing on how to target my audience as well in these platforms, more on how do I make my offer more clear? How do I make my messaging more clear? So you start to focus on other things, knowing that the targeting is more taken care of, for example.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any product that you had talked about your app, would you want to tell that to the audience, or is it very premature at this stage?
I would love to, but it is still premature. It is still in the very early development stages. So maybe we can get another call and talk about it. But yeah, something I think that could benefit a lot of people, basically connecting people based on their interests. So not to do with online marketing, something a little different. But yeah, that's the same concept, is what problem do we have now? And how could we solve it? And I think this is one of the solutions. So we'll see how far my words will take me in a few months when it's done.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's so much to learn from you, Ivan, and I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of businesses, creators, online marketers, a lot of people would want to learn more from you, more about things and understand how you do, and also maybe take up your paid course. What's the best way for them to do so?
So my website, ivanmana.com, I offer a free 7-day online marketing starter plan for the people that are overwhelmed, because I know I was. Lays out everything nicely. In 7 days, you'll have your whole base and everything you need set up for marketing. Just follow the plan and you'll get it done. So ivanmana.com, as well as some other free resources and tools and things like that. And if you want to see some videos, I have over 700 videos at this point on YouTube over my past 8 years. Feel free to look at my very first video, to see the difference. Quite fun. At youtube.com/ivanmana.
Wonderful. With this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you so much, AJ. Happy to be here. Take care.